Imagine stepping into a world so hauntingly immersive that every whisper and shadow grips your heart with anticipation. Hello everyone, Rachel here. Today, we're diving back into the haunting world of Hellblade. As we gear up for the release of Senua's Saga, Hellblade 2. I've got to be honest, I haven't been this captivated by a game since the days I first wandered into Spencer Mansion in the first Resident Evil, nearly 3 decades ago. The original Hellblade, released in 2017, wasn't perfect, and we will talk about it, but it offered an experience that deeply resonated with me, blending intense immersion with a type of edge-of-your-seat tension that's rare in video games. And now, with everyone buzzing, Hellblade 2 is set to launch on May 21st, 2024. This time, we're journeying to the eerie landscapes of Iceland for another chapter of dark fantasy adventure. Available day 1 on Xbox Series X, PC, and Xbox Cloud Gaming. And yes, for those wondering, this release is exclusive to Xbox platforms, so no PS5 version, folks. So, how do we prepare for this much-anticipated sequel? Let's break down 5 key things you need to know to fully understand Hellblade 2. Ready to delve deep into the world of Senua where reality might not be as it appears? Quick heads up. There will be spoilers from the first game, Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice. So if you're planning to play it before diving into Hellblade 2, feel free to skip to Chapter 2 in this video. Are you ready to challenge the shadows of your mind? Join me as we explore the depths of Senua's saga. Set against the rugged backdrop of the Viking era, the first game centers on Senua, a warrior from the mysterious Pict tribe, which settled in what is now modern-day Scotland, long before the Roman conquest. Our journey takes us from the windswept Orkney Islands to the foreboding borders of Helheim, the Viking vision of hell, in a desperate quest to rescue the soul of her beloved Dillion from the clutches of the goddess Hela. The real struggle in Hellblade isn't with flesh and blood foes, it's within Senua herself. Haunted by a curse that fills her head with voices, spirits she calls Furies. And pursued by the darkness, a sinister entity at the heart of her torment, Senua's reality is a battlefield where truth and illusion often blur. The game plunges us into these depths, where every sight and sound might deceive us, making it a journey that literally unfolds within the protagonist's mind. In Hellblade 2, we find Senua in a new light. She has made peace with her inner demons and is ready to confront the Viking marauders on their own ground to avenge her beloved Dillion and the destruction of her home. This time, the voices in her head, once her tormenting enemies, become her allies. It's like going from arguing with your GPS on a road trip to finally agreeing on the best route, just in time to avoid driving off a cliff. Embracing her condition, Senua uses her unique perception as a weapon to challenge her external realities. While further details about the plot remain under wraps, we know that Senua's father, the druid Zinbel, who appeared as one of the voices and a villain in the previous game, will return in Hellblade 2.
And she said, "With our swords, we will forge new stories to strike the gods that haunt us."
In summary, Senua's journey is one of deep personal transformation, confronting her own fears and mirroring the universal quest for self-understanding and mastery over personal demons. This narrative resonates across various cultural myths and follows Joseph Campbell's hero's journey template, in which a hero ventures forth from the ordinary world into a region of supernatural wonder, encounters fabulous forces, secures a decisive victory, and returns from this mysterious adventure. In the world of Hellblade, where the ethereal voices play a significant role, combat takes on a whole new dimension. Ninja Theory, the British developer behind the game, has announced exciting improvements to the combat system. This new system is crafted to mirror real-life struggles and survival tactics, rather than typical superhero battles. While the original game already delivered some of the most intense battles I've experienced in a video game, akin to the system found in The Witcher, many criticized it for feeling rigid and the enemies too repetitive. However, I believe these critiques miss the essence of Hellblade. It's not about mastering swordplay as you would in God of War or Devil May Cry. It's about the story, the haunting audio, the striking visuals, and the complete immersion. Imagine my surprise when I heard from Juan Hernandez, the combat designer, that the new combat system in Hellblade 2 will draw inspiration from the chaotic, heart-pounding Battle of the Bastards from Game of Thrones. Initially, this made me worry about a shift towards massive, chaotic battles, potentially even co-op style. A bit like going to a buffet and realizing everything is portion-controlled. Fortunately, that's not the case. We're instead looking at large-scale conflicts where Senua still faces her enemies one at a time, a design choice that maintains the personal and intense nature of each confrontation. My hope, and it seems to be the plan, is that Hellblade 2 maintains a sharp focus. No clutter of items, no loot or weapon upgrades, no character customization, and no maps. No distractions. Just pure, narrative-driven gameplay that lets us feel every moment of Senua's journey. Brilliantly portrayed by the actress Melina Jurgens. We don't need another Xbox version of God of War. We need Hellblade to stay true to its roots. Additionally, Dom Matthews, the head of Ninja Theory, has mentioned that Hellblade 2 will offer a shorter, more narrative-focused experience. And honestly, I'm all for it. The first Hellblade told a powerful 8-hour story without overstaying its welcome, proving that you don't need a sprawling epic to make a profound impact. If they can keep the story tight and enrich the combat even slightly from the first game, Hellblade 2 isn't just going to be good, it's going to be a masterpiece. In Hellblade, our journey through the mystical landscapes of Iceland transcends a mere scenic tour. Director Tamim Antoniadis and his team utilized modern photogrammetry techniques to capture detailed visuals that enhance the game's immersive experience. This meticulous craftsmanship extends to the game's audio.
She can feel them slipping through her soul.
Which is carefully designed with ASMR and binaural recordings to mimic the disorienting effects of psychosis, enveloping the player in a truly immersive auditory environment that might make you question if you're still sitting on your couch. This sensory richness encourages players to question reality. Each auditory and visual element, from whispering winds to rustling leaves,
But it's never so simple, is it?
might be deceptive, acting as fragments of Senua's fractured psyche. Senua's journey isn't just through physical landscapes, but a labyrinth of mental and emotional trials, where visions and voices are profound insights into her reality. Am I truly traversing the depths of Helheim, or am I battling through the manifestations of Senua's psyche? This psychological exploration challenges our perceptions of reality, making us wonder if we're confronting physical enemies or inner demons. Hellblade invites us to doubt along with Senua, echoing Descartes' skepticism about the nature of reality. What we see may not be a reliable representation, but a projection of Senua's mind and mental health. David Hume chimes in here too, with his musings on the paradox of tragedy. According to him, tragic tales can actually be quite delightful because we know they're just stories. This bit of enlightenment might lessen the sting of the game's darker moments, allowing us to find some strange pleasure in Senua's turmoil. In Hellblade, where Senua endures severe mental and emotional turmoil, Hume's concept helps explain how the game balances the portrayal of her struggles with the artistic presentation of her journey. The sophisticated motion capture technology and intricate sound design transform Senua's discomfort into a cathartic experience for players, illustrating how the game not only represents but also transmutes her pain, allowing us to find comfort in the game's tragic beauty.
So dark.
It's okay. Listen to your own breath. Feel it rise and fall. Good. Be aware of everything you hear and feel. Let your senses guide you.
Put your headphones on and listen carefully. Hellblade makes extensive use of binaural audio, a technique that employs two microphones to create a three-dimensional sound effect. This approach simulates an overwhelming immersive audio experience, pulling you deeper into Senua's world, making every whisper and rustle feel like it's happening right next to you. The innovative use of projectors on the studio floor allows actors to dynamically interact with virtual elements during their performance. Complex rigs, like those simulating the movements of a ship at sea, enhance the authenticity of these captured scenes, making it easier for players to suspend disbelief and immerse themselves in the narrative. While Hellblade's technological achievements are impressive, the game is not without its flaws. For starters, moving Senua around isn't exactly like letting a puppy loose in a park. Though Hellblade is not an open-world game, a more intuitive mobility system could have enhanced the realism and freedom of the game environment, rather than feeling like we're on a guided tour with invisible barriers. And then there are the puzzles. The puzzles in Hellblade can be a source of frustration. They are occasionally overly challenging, which detracts from the enjoyment for some players. This difficulty might not align with everyone's expectations for gameplay balance, potentially hindering the overall immersive experience. However, it's important to note that these are just minor criticisms in what is otherwise a remarkable game. The overall experience of Hellblade is profoundly impactful, offering a deep and nuanced journey into myth and mind that few other games can match.
I've dreamt of this. This place of fear and fury.
Imagine being so deeply immersed in a game that it feels like stepping into another person's soul. As we eagerly await Hellblade 2, let's take a moment to reflect on the profound impact of the original game. Hellblade invites us to experience the world through Senua's eyes, challenging our perceptions and deepening our empathy. It's a reminder of how games can be more than just entertainment. They can be a window into other people's experiences and struggles and complex arguments such as mental health. And sometimes the best way to truly immerse ourselves in such a deeply personal journey is in the quiet of the night, headphones on with a tall glass of iced tea in hand. It's these little moments of solitude that make the adventure all the more poignant. Thank you for watching. If Hellblade's narrative and themes have captivated you, make sure you don't miss out on our upcoming videos. Please leave a comment, hit that like button, and subscribe. We've got plenty more insights and discussions coming your way. Until then, happy mindful gaming and see you soon.
What will I become?